Hi, I'm Ken. I just left my corporate job and my suburban home to travel the world, and to do it with complete strangers from other nations. Maybe one day you'll be on this boat with us. I named the boat Less Travel, for those of us who share a passion for doing something different. I hope you enjoy. So how did I wind up sailing with people I had never met before? I do have friends and family. Let's settle that right off the bat. However, I bought a boat. It was located in France, and to get it to the Atlantic required a commitment of a couple of months. And none of my friends and family all of a sudden had a couple of months to spend sailing on the boat. So I went on cruiseseekers.com. I laid it out there. I said, I want to do something different. Who wants to go? And this is not going to be a delivery, but a life experience. Well, I got 150 people getting in touch with me. And it just became a process of us getting to know each other, finding out who would get along together. And I wound up with 6 of the greatest people I've ever met before. And the group is going very well. I'd like to introduce you to each one of them now.
Hello, I am Nico from Buenos Aires, Argentina. I am the diesel mechanic guy of the boat and of course sailor. I'm very glad to join with this crew and be part of this experience and this wonderful trip. We are really having a good time here, and well, I expect to all the trips running great, like our. I'm very, very, very glad to be here.
Nico.
So hello, I'm Louise, I'm 23 and I'm French. I graduated from engineering school in March 2022, and I have been working in renewable energies ever since. I decided to take a gap year to join the less travelled crew for the first 3 months of my gap year before travelling through South America. And on the boat, I am the energy management CEO, and I decide whether people make coffee or not.
Hello, my name is Sondre. I am 20 years old. I'm from Norway. I just finished military service back home in Norway, and I decided to join the less traveled crew. As part of the less traveled crew, I have responsibility for the exterior. I'm a bartender. And if there's any bad juju, I'm also the exorcist.
Sandra, are you also responsible for the onion sack?
I think it's a shared responsibility. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Hello, I'm Alex. I am half Chilean and half Belgian. I just graduated engineering school in London, and I'm taking a gap year, hopefully to go traveling around the world and do a lot of sailing. So this catamaran is a good place to start. On the boat, my main job is to assist the mechanical team, especially with translating English and Spanish. And I also make sure everyone behaves properly, which is a big job when you have 5 boys on board. So yeah.
Hi, my name is Harald and I'm 21 years old. I'm from Norway and I'm taking a gap year to travel the world, and I was lucky enough to become a part of this crew. My main responsibility on the boat is to make margaritas for Dave, which is a very big job. But other than that, I do a little bit of everything, and I am currently the one who has caught the biggest tuna.
Funny yourself.
Hi guys, my name's Dave. I'm from the Isle of Skye in Scotland, and lucky enough to be on Less Travelled crew. I was a dentist at one point in my life. I retired at 60, and now I'm a powerboat skipper working on Skye. And my job on the boat is, I'm not really sure, but Harold keeps insisting that the alcohol has to be devoured somehow. So it won't drink itself, was all I can say.
You're a pro at that job.
Oh,
Dave.
thank you very much. I'm glad that I'm good at something.
Thank you. Hi, I'm Ken. I'm the captain. I am the proud father of Whitney and William, who are both in their 20s and pursuing their own dreams. And as captain, I like to carry around a lot of papers, look busy all the time, and otherwise getting lots of rest. After many weeks of Zoom calls and planning, we finally got to meet each other. In celebration, I got an Enterprise rent-a-truck instead of a normal vehicle, principally because normal vehicles in France are quite small and not like the big SUVs we have in the United States. It turned out to be a perfect vehicle for our needs. Fun and practical. The van quickly came into use as we headed out to a French restaurant to celebrate our first night together. It was great having all those Zoom calls ahead of time because the conversation and the wine flowed freely.
We're trying to order, but it's all in French, so it's a bit hard.
Yeah, I don't understand anything.
So I'd like to make a toast to all of you and express my gratitude to each and every one of you for being here. I could not be happier that we're about to embark on a wonderful journey together. And I'm very grateful for all of you. So here's to our collective success. Cheers.
Cheers.
French wine.
It's very sweet.
Testing out the French
Okay,
wine.
chicos.
They are our bartenders and have to approve the French wine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Does it meet your test?
Yeah.
Both Harold and Dave quickly established themselves as boat comedians.
Turtle de Thun. Mercy, mercy.
Mercy, mercy.
Wow, that's great.
And you know, we can have and we can make that.
I approve. Very good. When I decided to begin my journey, I knew what boat I wanted, the Privilege 585. It's a semi-custom boat, and only about 20 were built. I was waiting and waiting, hoping that one would come on the market in the United States, or at least in the Western Hemisphere. But it never happened, not at least according to my schedule. However, one did come on the market in France that I really liked, except it was in France. That then turned into another opportunity and one of the reasons why I went on cruiseseekers.com. I wound up finding people who were willing to make a commitment of about 3 months. See, I didn't really want to be a taxi service. What I wanted were people who shared my vision, who really wanted to invest a substantial amount of time in seeing the world and enjoying company with people from other nations, people who could help educate them on different things in life. But the work had to begin. And each morning, over fresh croissants and coffee, we sat around a table and identified what we would accomplish that day. And there was a lot to do. It was a used boat. It was full of inventory from the previous owners or two. And it took us several days just to uncover everything that was on her. Harold and Sandra took care of all the holds on the outside of the boat. And they had to come up with categories, not only get everything out, but come up with about 5 or 6 different categories of stuff. And then we would see what was something that was worth keeping or something that had just become kind of a museum artifact. And then on the inside, we had a very similar process.
This is where we keep the spare crew. Okay, all crew members that are just, they just don't do anything, but they might be useful later on. They're all here. We have a bunch of them, like there's 6 or 7, mainly French.
Thank you, Dave.
So, Louise, what are you doing?
I'm currently labeling some cans without their previous labels. to prevent two things. The insects, cockroaches and stuff like that in the basements of the galley. And in case of a leak, so that if every labels goes off, we still know what's inside the cans and what we're supposed to eat. But it's a very long and boring job, so luckily Harald came to help me.
Yeah, luckily she has professional help with this. All right.
We're going to be fixing the water pump, the flip switch in my shower. This came undone, which means that when we're showering it doesn't drain the water down anymore, and it's grime and it smells and we want to fix it. So these are all the tools we've set out. I know how to use probably one or two of them. I know how to use this, and that's pretty much all. So we're going to be discovering this process together. It's much better. Much better. And then this one as well. This one looks good. I'm going to cut this so it's a bit shorter here. And then we're good to solder the other side. And then we're almost done. There's no positive or negative on this side, so we're just going to solder. We are just going to solder. Why did this move? This was so nice. Did you move it?
Hmm?
Did you move the light?
No. No blaming on this boat.
No blaming on this boat.
Not being blessed with any personal God-given talent or having had no discipline to actually learn a musical instrument myself, I like to surround myself with people who have been. And Dave, Louise, and Nico wrote our jingle at the beginning of this episode. I want to give a shout out to them. They wrote it, played it, and recorded it on a boat, and we'll look forward to many more songs that we'll post on the videos in the future. Anyhow, this is a bit of an experiment for me. I originally wanted to share my experience with friends and family, but it took on a bigger dimension, and since we have people from so many different countries, we want to hit a broad audience and make sure that all of our collective friends and family get to share the experience with us. So please give us your feedback. Let us know what you like about this so far and what we can share with you. Otherwise, please enjoy the closing out. It's very special to me, and you'll see why. Thank you.
So this is margaritas with Dave.
Margaritas, the drink of the devil.
Yeah.
Which is it's a nice way to go.
So what do you put in this?
So there's some tequila,
Yeah.
some triple sec, which is basically anything that's a little bit orangey, and then you put your lime in, and then you put it loads of ice, put it in a shaker, shake it like mad till it's really cold, and pour it out. And then if you're going to do it properly, you toast the rim of the glass with salt. But I don't do it properly, I just drink the stuff.
Year after year, I'm running a second time. How we found staying no tears.
Yeah, that's
Wish you were
that's
here.
all the way to the left there.